Hey, welcome to our YouTube channel and Facebook, Instagram. We'll see where this takes us, right? Welcome to our first session of Toronto Sister Talk. I am your host, Ruth. These are my two lovely co-hosts.
Tahne. Hi, everybody.
So we decided to come up with Toronto Sister Talk because we're from Toronto. We usually have once a month the girl talk where we sit on the phone, we talk about whatever's going on in our life with our kids, man, relationship, finances, work, whatever it is that's going on, day-to-day bustles of being a black woman in Toronto. Figure that we might as well start something that can give back to the community, help other mothers who are younger than us, even some that are our age. My goal for this channel is that we can have guest speakers that can come on and give powerful insight to the life of a Toronto woman and things that we can have to help motivate black women, right? I am a mother of five beautiful kids. Eventually you'll get to meet them at some point or another. You'll probably get to meet the girls, some kids as well. I am a chef. Actually. I'm a chef. Wow. I am a chef. I am currently going back to school to go for my social worker program and then eventually branch off into becoming a psychiatrist. Yes. My girls, we've been friends for almost 20 something years, 20 plus years. That's long.
Very.
That's rare friendship to find in the city. And anybody who knows that sometimes it's hard to find friends, real friends. There's a saying that goes, good friend is better than pocket money. And better than pocket money. So I'll be quiet now and let them introduce yourself. Any one of them could go ahead and take it away.
I'm not as chatty as Ruth Ann, so like she said, my name is Tahne. I have 3 kids, 2 boys and 1 girl, and my background is in healthcare.
And I'm Ticker-Lee. I have 1 child. He's 1 year old. And
So we met at Beverly. I met each one of these ladies at a very important time in my life when I went to Beverly, which was hard, being that I had just transitioned from a new school into from my old school. So transition into Beverly for me wasn't easy, but these 2 ladies made it very easy for me to actually transition.
Beverly wasn't easy for anyone. It was a war zone.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll get into that in another day.
I ain't said it.
I said it.
I had not really much to say about Beverly, but it
wasn't that pleasant
for anyone.
For none of us.
But this is part of the thing when you grow up in the inner city of Toronto, right? You have the ups and downs and the challenge. So out of all 3 of us here, I would say I'm probably the most talkative one. I'm an extrovert. I like to talk. Whatever. You're trying to correct me.
Oh, jeez. If you can't correct your friends, who can you correct? Jeez.
And now you tag teaming on it too?
All right, okay, moving on.
So you're extrovert, definitely.
I'm very talkative.
Social.
I'm a social butterfly.
Yes.
But then I have my sides.
Very blunt.
She's the quiet one.
Hold on. Yes, I'm very quiet. I'm an introvert. Very private. Have a small circle. Very much to myself and my family.
She's the in-between one.
Yeah.
She's also social. They have the same kind of personality.
You think so?
But she's more positive. She could be kind of negative.
Oh.
I'm negative?
No, you could be negative or blunt, whatever.
Okay.
In comparison,
she's not as blunt.
To me.
Okay, well,
like,
I guess
you'll go up to somebody at a party and say, "Hi, I'm Ruth."
She'll tell you the truth.
I won't do that.
And some people might find that offensive, but it's just what
so
it
like,
is.
we went to somebody
No, I'm saying that's good, but other people, they might see it as something else.
So I guess that balances out in a sense,
We
right?
won't get into the details, but come to think about it, that's how we even became friends.
Oh,
You
was
came
my
up-
bluntness? Like,
Yes.
I don't even
We'll get
remember.
into that.
My memory's
Yeah.
not that good.
yeah. I was told I'm not allowed to talk about that instance. I
Okay,
will not
anyway, so
talk
moving
about
on.
it. I'm moving on.
Yeah.
So I have a question for you ladies. Seeing how we've been friends for the last 20 plus years, we have to do some math on that because that's from grade 8 up until now.
I
That's
think it's
long.
23.
23. See?
From 13. I'm 30.
We're 36.
Six.
So that's 23 years. 23 years.
I hate to check.
See, as a mother, my phone always rings. Our phone will be ringing during this podcast and live. We don't mean anything by it, but we're
This
mothers.
is very authentic.
This is us. So my question to you guys is, what makes a good friend? He can go away. What makes a good friend?
I would say someone who's loyal, truthful, but also compassionate when they're being truthful. And just someone that, you could depend on, that, they have your best interest, they have your back.
Okay.
Someone who's also uplifting, that wants to see you rise, wants to see you go to that next level, always encouraging you.
Okay. What makes a good friend to you, Ticker-Lee?
I completely agree with Tani. Like, a friend is dependable. They are loyal. They're there to uplift you. Like, you essentially want somebody who's just rooting you on in life, and in turn, like, that's what you're doing for them.
Okay. Okay. So for me, what makes a good friend is understanding when I don't want to be your friend, but I'm still your friend.
That could be hard.
And I'm guilty of that. If anybody who knows me,
We could talk about that because I kind of had an issue with that. But
Oh,
so what makes a good friend, as they all said, is being understanding, being loyal, being like genuinely loving your friend unconditionally, even when you don't want to love them.
and not a yes man.
Not a yes man. You should be able to tell your friends, I'm like, yo, what you're doing is messed up. I'm the bad word cusser. I'm trying my best not to. I'm really trying my best not to. But I am the one that cuss bad words. Being able to tell your friend that, like, yo, honestly, I don't like what you did. And sometimes, even when you're not able to tell your friend that you don't like what they did, your friend should know. In a sense, because I think if I've done something to offend you guys, I can feel when I've done wrong. If you're a real friend, you can tell
but
when
then
you've done
is
wrong.
that because just
We know each
our
other's
own
personalities,
personalities? Yeah.
Okay.
You could sense when something is off.
Yes.
You don't have to
close to
sense it with
someone.
us. Like, it's literally like there's so much attitude. There's so much silent treatment.
Exactly.
It's very apparent within our friend group if
That is
somebody
true.
did something wrong. It's not a guessing game. It's, oh, you're mad, but what about?
Like, I think, again, for me, I'm that type of friend that, like, yo, if you call me, like, yo, we need to go ride, I'm a ride with you. No hesitation. I'm that ride and die friend.
We've had a couple incidents.
Yeah, they have had a couple instances.
Where I ride. Right? I am that type of friend, and I think that any one of my friends would say that I'm that type of friend. Like, you can't, what up? Like, okay, we going. Especially if it's your kid, I'm that type of friend, right? Another question I had for you guys. How do you see yourself as a friend?
With my personality, I'm an introvert. So you guys know you might not constantly hear from me, but you know I'm there when it counts. So, what was your question?
You see all of our eyes open when
Okay, what was your question? What was your question again?
Question was, how do you see
How
yourself
do I see
as
myself? But I'm always there for my friends. But I don't talk to them every day. Like I said, I have 3 children. As you get older, your life gets busier. You have other stuff to focus on. So you might not hear from me every day, but you should know that I'm there.
a friend? Okay. How do you see yourself as a friend?
For good or for bad, I'm kind of an energy matcher. So if somebody is really good to me, I'm going to make the effort to be better to them. And I'm always trying to self-correct. So if I see like something might work in one friendship, but now a friendship with Ruth Ann, she requires something different. So I try to balance that out. So I'm not necessarily the same friend towards Ruth Ann as I would be to somebody else, but that's more so because I'm more so trying to gear towards personalities, I guess.
Well, I can say I'm like that in a sense. Like I match energy. I base off of energy. If you mess with me, I'm gonna mess with you. If you don't mess with me, I'm just gonna keep your energy to a distance, right? I think I'm more of a concerned friend. Like I always want my friends to have more than me, in a sense, or do better than me, or try to push my friends. That's how I see myself.
I would agree. I would definitely agree, because you'll be in situations, or I'll say that's not good for you, but you're more okay with you being in it than me being in it.
Yeah.
If I'm in the situation, you're like, oh, absolute, like, you're ready to fight. So
Yeah, I would say that as me as a friend, I'd rather not see my friends go through shit if I can prevent it. Right? And sometimes I'll go through my shit and I'm like, okay, well, this is my thing that I have to go through, right? Another question. What areas do you think you can improve as a friend?
Like I said, I don't talk as much. I wouldn't call as much. And one thing I try to focus on is if you guys call and I don't answer right away, I try to send a message, or I call the following day just to like follow up. So
No, she don't.
yes, I do.
I disagree. As of recently, like probably in the last 6 months, because remember we had a conversation with her back in January saying,
About calling and answering?
yes, and I've seen like a vast improvement. She's still late all the time, which we'll get into.
Oh, we're gonna get into it in this conversation. Oh, trust me, we're gonna learn about all of us and our bad habits that we have.
But in terms of like really
Yes, I've
showing
made
up,
an effort.
she really has.
Thank you, Ticker-Lee. You see,
A podcast that was supposed
that's
to start
the quality.
at
Thank
1
you.
o'clock started at 2 o'clock.
I got stuff to do with my children.
Okay, we're gonna
I'm
say
here.
Okay, she's here.
You guys see me? Okay. Thank you.
The
What do you
areas
think you can improve on?
I think honestly,
Compassion. Well, she's compassionate,
I don't have
but she's
nothing
very
to
blunt,
approve of.
and her bluntness might come like rude.
I don't have to
I think
approve
you
on
need
that.
to maybe.
No,
You see what I'm saying?
no.
Is her ears?
I'm a
okay?
great friend.
She's a very cute
So
I am
there's
a
nothing you
great
can improve
friend.
on.
There's a problem.
Can you improve?
She's perfect.
Okay, yeah, that's a problem. She
am
doesn't
a
think
great
there's anything
friend.
she can improve on. So
I am the friend that you want. I am the friend. Actually, you know what? Yes, there is something that I can improve on. And I know they're going to call me out on it.
I don't think you've done it to Tahne.
I disappear on people. And I'm for a while. And
She hasn't done it to me.
She did it to me for 2 years.
Girl, I need to come out of this.
We can't see you.
Exactly. Okay, let me fix my face. Okay. Yes.
So
that's my bad as a friend.
and you won't even know
That's what
why.
she needs to work on, yes.
You won't even know why. It's like, is her done upset with
You
me?
will know why, but I feel like
I
even
didn't know
if,
why. I asked you.
This was my issue with Ruth Ann. Even if you're going through stuff and you want to shut off the world, you don't want to talk to no one, you want to be in your own bubble. If someone is trying to reach, you need to understand everyone has their issues. Everybody's going through something. And if someone is trying to reach out to you and say, "Are you okay?" Whatever, you could just respond.
I'm
Because
guilty of that.
I'm like, that's kind of rude. Like, I was kind of upset with that. When I'm saying, "Are you okay? How are you
I am
doing?" and I didn't
guilty
get
of
no
that.
response.
I am guilty
I'm
of
like,
that.
yes, you're going through stuff, but everyone's going through stuff. And if someone is trying to check on you, I'm okay.
I am officially apologizing on my first live for being that kind of friend. I am guilty of that. I deal with stress in a different way than most people do, which is a lot of issue within the Black
But
women
I'm like
community.
that too.
We don't really deal with stress in the right way. Sometimes some of us self-medicate and do other stuff, right, to deal with our shit. For me, I am the type that will shut down and lock everything off and
Why?
lock the whole world out. I guess in a sense, it's like you can't deal with what
You
I
don't want
have
others'
going on.
input.
Not that I don't want your input, but the stress that I have going on at that moment, like talking about it is not really gonna fix it. I just figure that sometimes I gotta work through whatever I'm going through, which isn't generally makes me at that moment a good friend.
Well, I'm
but
like
in
that too.
but in retrospect, I love my girls. I'm like, what's the best way I can describe it? I don't like when they don't answer their phone. So I know that I shouldn't do it, but I do it in a sense to have that peace at the moment. But deep down inside, sometimes like, yeah, I need to call my girls. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, but I have to pull myself and say, no, like you need to take that moment and deal with whatever is going on with you. And I love having everybody's input, but sometimes like, and this is when you know
I can
your
relate.
friends, you don't really want everybody's input,
Exactly.
right? You just want to work through your shit,
Exactly.
right? And like once you work through your shit, you be like, yo, girl,
That's when you
going
talk.
on.
That's
Like, you
that
know
was,
what I mean?
it's
That's when
like
you
me.
talk through it. But I'm not saying that works for everybody, but for our friendship, I think it works in a sense. I'm again, like I said, I am guilty of blocking people off. She's done things to me that I haven't liked in the
What
past.
things did I do? We'll
there
get
you
into
go.
that
Getting
as well.
exposed. We'll get into
No,
that.
yeah, we'll get into that because I still have some confusion over these things.
So, but again, that hasn't changed our dynamic of our
Exactly.
friendship. I think we know that, okay, you know what, at this moment she just needs her moment to get through whatever she's getting through. I still love her. I'm still gonna rock with her. Whatever she's told me is gonna stay right there between me and her. And I think that a lot of girls in Toronto have that issue where friendships don't last, because if you tell Sally something, Sally is upset with you, she's going to tell Jenny, Jackie Lee, and all these people your business, right? So,
So that's why you would want to keep things to yourself,
keep
which
things-
can be harmful.
which can be harmful.
Because I'm guilty of that. Like I said, when I go through stuff, I keep it to myself. But sometimes that could be more harmful because you could get the love, the compassion from your friend, to know someone is there for you, someone can help you hold up, but you choose to do it on your own, which could make the process longer.
I think, but okay, for me, I knew that they were there for me, but at the moment,
You had to deal with it.
I just didn't want anybody to be there for me. I just wanted to figure out my stuff, right? Again, like I said, mental illness and depression and anxiety and stuff runs a lot in our community, and we don't really talk about it, right?
For me, maybe just because I'm more so, I guess like maybe out of the three of us, the eternal optimist. So when stuff goes on in my life, I don't necessarily take the same approach as you, where you go missing for long periods of time. And Tawny's like, I can be sympathetic to that. For me, I'm like, I have a weekend to figure this out. Like, that's really the longest I'll go missing. I'll have a weekend to cry it out, and by Monday, I'm like, gotta come up with a plan. Like, nobody else is gonna do it. So, yeah. So, although I can
But
kind of understand.
Because you have one child. And I think, but your plate is still heavy, so I can't really say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, your plate's still.
Again, this is just our aspect of
Yeah, it's
what
your
we deal
personality.
with.
You're very optimistic, very bubbly. You see the plan, you can get through it.
What my question to you guys, what can break a friendship? What can, for us as friends right now, that you think, what lines you think should never be crossed from a friend, regardless of how long you've known that friend or how your relationship is with that friend? Do you think that there is boundaries?
Yes.
You think
For
there's
me,
boundaries?
just on the top of my head, like, it's easy to go to like betrayal and stuff like that, but for me, from the top of my
Gossiping,
head,
telling business.
I don't want my friendships to be too influenced by outside sources. So I don't want that Ruth-Ann's now friends with somebody else, and they're like, "Oh, Ticker-Lee's a bad friend." Now Ruth-Ann's like, "Oh, I'm not like Ticker-Lee might be a bad friend." And I'm like, "I've been a great friend to you from the beginning." Like, so I'm like, my friendship with you needs to be my friendship with you, and I feel like I pour so much in sometimes. Like when people are, what is the word I'm looking for? Ungrateful. Like, oh, ungratefulness will probably be the thing to kind of make me
her soul.
because it hurts. It hurts, man. When you're putting so much in and you're just like, this person's like not even seeing it because, well, for whatever reason. So for me, that would be more so the thing to make me think, you know what? Maybe it's time for me to just take a back seat for a while. I know y'all don't necessarily have to feel the same way, but I'm super grateful. So of course, there's like, yeah, it's you. Like, you can have your own opinions. Betrayal is, I know, a big. This one, ooh, we won't get into some.
I'll get into it. I had no problem getting into it.
It's like
I get into it. I had no problem getting it. I know what bad friends are. I have experienced bad friends over the years. Jesus, I've experienced.
We all have.
No,
Maybe her. Because me, it's from my friends are from grade 7.
Yeah, you have like 2 friends. Like,
stop it, and you lock them off. You lock off 2 of them.
Oh, I forgot.
Yes.
No, that was
associates.
That was grade 4, grade 5.
No, I'm talking about
recent.
We
friend.
won't say her name, but it's a her. And she couldn't remember.
She couldn't remember what?
She was godmother. We won't call any names. But that one had to get locked off. I was so
questions are being asked. Why would you choose her?
Oh,
like
maybe, yeah.
sisters were asking, why did she? I'm like, ask her. I don't know.
For me, the ultimate betrayal is if you sleep with my man. You sleep with my man or sleep with my dude.
Morals.
We ain't never friends. If you come to my house and steal from me, those are lines of ending up a friendship.
It's so funny that you say that because I'm like, I knew someone who came to my house and stole from me.
When was this?
Oh, she stole from you too.
She must be.
She ain't my friend.
This must be elementary days. Are we talking adulthood or childhood?
Both. Adults. I think
she's talking childhood.
No, but I'm saying I'm saying for that I just can't have them in my house again. That's not to say I think that they're not quite sorry. They can't come to my house again. But I'm like, maybe this is coming from another place. You can't be close to me like that. But I wouldn't classify you as like a horrible person.
No.
Again, like she said, you steal from me. We ain't got nothing to talk about. Sleep with my man. I could probably forgive you, but we still you every time you come around, I'm gonna be looking at you all.
Wait, hold on. So the sleep with your man, you can forgive faster than the stealing from your house.
That's my money. You don't come to my house.
Care about the man.
You don't get, no, the man can replace. He can be replaced.
So that's what I'm saying.
The eggplant can be replaced.
Trust is very important to me in a friendship. I need to know if I'm talking to you, you're not talking to her about my business.
That is true.
So if I feel I can't trust you, then we don't have a friendship. So that's important. I think the other things you could...
No, you can't, because if I was supposed to go sleep with your man, you ain't never going to want to talk to me again.
The trust is broken.
You ain't never want to talk to me. Every time
but you literally just said you would forgive that.
I'm saying, what I mean by forgive, like, okay, if you're my girl and you decide that you're going to go and sleep with my man, I've had it happen. I can be honest. I've had it happen. Yeah.
I'm going to ask you a question, though. Was that person your friend? Or
was
that person
yes. No, because if you sat down in somebody's house and you braid that person's hair and you went to that person's child's birthday, then yes, you are not an acquaintance. You are a friend. And you see, this is, again, I am having flashback, but this is the thing that I said.
An acquaintance. That's not your friend.
No, that, even at the time that
was not
happened,
your friend.
I was like,
that's someone you know.
We all roll in the same circle. And you come to that child's birthday party and you
that's what makes a friend to you?
I know.
No, but I'm saying okay, there's a difference between friend, like what
Family.
we're family.
Yes.
And then there's friends where I see on the road and you may have a phone call and have a conversation. That's a friend. Acquaintance is somebody you see on the road and be like, hey, hi, what's up? But if I have your phone number and I invite you to a party for my child or invite you to an event and you show up there, that means that we're friends. There's a certain level of line that shouldn't be crossed. And I think that is one of the biggest issues that happens within Toronto. There's a level of friendship line that doesn't happen. I'm sorry. I'm being honest. Like, I don't think it's okay.
You need to know who you're dealing with, because obviously that person doesn't have respect for themselves. If they're gonna, like, be with your man.
It's happened.
You couldn't see that person, how that person moves, their personality, things that they do.
I moved on from it. Anybody who I don't really have new friends. My circle's small. Small.
Is your circle small?
Oh, my circle's small. I may have.
It was always small, or it's been small since that incident. And the reason I ask it like that is because even when the incident happened, I was like, how come I've never heard of this friend of yours?
Because I'm
So that's why I'm like,
oh God.
are you sure they were your friend?
Exactly. I never heard of the person either.
I keep my friend and my family separate.
Okay.
That was definitely separate.
That was separate. This is not somebody who I'd be like, hey,
that was a stranger to us.
Do you want to hear what's going on? No, that wasn't like that. But for me, I consider
it was still a betrayal.
It was still a betrayal.
Yeah.
Right? I move on from it. I wish that person the best of luck in life, and it is what it is.
Okay. This is why we say this is why we say you have the softer heart, because you're like, I wish them the best in life. When I cut people off,
oh God,
I wish nothing good for you. I'm like,
I just don't feel the need, because at the end of the day,
I talk to Jesus and I'm like, Jesus,
that you're wasting.
Yeah, for me. Okay, let's backtrack on that person. I'm not gonna say and tell you no lie. When that person did what they did, they want cut and slash.
Oh yes, I remember.
I did.
Yeah. I was like, jail is real. Jail is real.
Right? But keep in mind, this is when I was in my 20s and I was young.
Yes.
Right? Yes. Now in my 30-something years of life, if you try that crap as a friend or associate or client or whatever you are in my life,
that's on
right?
you.
That's on you, and him and you can kick rocks. Exactly. Right? Now I'm older. I don't have time for that. I don't know. I think at some point, like, you have to know what accountabilities you hold your friends at. I think that is it. Like, and you can't have I don't have the same expectation on her that I have on her.
Please explain.
I know that you're forever late.
Okay.
That's something that I don't expect you to become on time with. I've already told you that you're going to be late delivering your children, and she was.
Whereas for me, that is still a huge issue. Huge. And I'm like, we've been having this problem since we were 13. It makes no sense. So
I don't have that expectation. I don't
know. You were annoyed today too.
I was annoyed today because
I didn't want to give her snacks. I was like, no, she shouldn't get none.
I was annoyed today, but because I think at this point, I love you too, but at this point, we're 30-something years old. Be on time.
Okay.
Be on time. I don't know. Do you have the same expectation that you have on me for her? No? Do you? Like, what's your expectation
for example, like, if I needed some money, I would more come and ask Ruth Ann for the loan.
That's
then, yes. See? Okay. So, more for the hard times, the struggles.
Wait, hey, I can
the happy time.
Oh no, I don't like how this is coming out.
Okay, I'm just saying. I'm being honest here. The happy times, the fun time, Ticker-Lee. That's her personality.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So
but she is there.
Friend.
No, you are there. You are there for the hard times.
Okay, like, I love tea. Okay, I'll go into a little joke.
You know,
out of all three of us here, she is the more money conscious.
I am.
Her background is in that, so
it's
she's very.
If I needed money, I
she's
go
in
to
finance.
the bank. like, go get a loan.
Yes.
I signed the paperwork. Yeah.
Right? Where the two of us are like, yo, I'm more like, I'm gonna die soon, so I'm gonna enjoy my life and spend my money.
So
I have children, but I'm getting older now, so it's like now I'm like, okay, now I need to
plan.
I have to get my plan back in order. For her, she's been that organized, right?
And I would have questions. How do we get into this predicament to begin with?
Oh, God.
What can we do in the future?
Oh, Lord.
To better manage our money so that we're not in this predicament again. I'm
That's
trying to help.
I am the lone one.
She ain't asking questions.
I don't want to know.
I'm going to give you back your money on this date. And she's like, okay, here you go.
Yeah.
No, listen.
Quick
Also,
transaction.
this
one, it's like a credit card application with this one.
No, it's also because I have seen how things have worked in the past. I have seen one person borrow money from another person, and then situations came up when the money should have been repaid, and it was.
It ain't us.
Hold on. Listen.
Pause.
It ain't us.
Pause this, please. Yes.
The mouse ain't working. See?
Okay.
God is like, capture the truth.
Okay, so we can talk about this money thing. Because we had to pause and make sure we had this story correct before we went any further. So the situation had happened that she had loaned me $100, right? And I had to get my kids some ready for back to school, and she had to get her kids some ready back to school. So I was like, okay, shit, I'm gonna give her back the $100 because obviously I know that we're both single parents and money's tight regardless. Single or not single parent, money's tight. Okay? So I had loaned somebody some money, like about $300-400 I had loaned that person. Again, like they said, I am the loan shark. I need to go really open a loan investment thing. Right?
Business idea.
So this person was supposed to give me back my money. Right? So I had paid her, so I was supposed to get back my money, and then that person would get money. I was like, oh shit, if I didn't know this woman this thing give me my money, I would have hold off and given her, because I know that she wouldn't have a problem, right? Because we understand each other. Exactly. Right?
But
so
I
that
didn't
was
know
the
that
conversation.
part.
She didn't know
So
all of that.
I only knew she would have had to wait, and I was like,
So
"Oh my goodness!"
That tainted you saying, "I ain't loaning no one no money."
Exactly.
If you're talking about, I have to wait for my money. Okay.
Yes.
So,
but I know regardless, I would get it. So,
but that's okay. Hold on. So then, let me ask the question: Is that specific to your friendship?
Yeah, we don't ask you for nothing.
No. Not me. I'm saying take me out of the equation. Could you say that for all of your friends then?
No, not all.
Okay, so then don't
Not
look
all.
at me like that. Like,
okay, we can say this. You.
It's like a credit history.
Yes.
She have good credit history with me. I have good credit history with her. So that's it.
Ain't nobody got no history
Exactly.
with you.
I'd also like
You're
to
a new applicant.
No, but I'd also like to point out a few things. In the past, you guys both had more money than I had. I was broke. What do you mean? You both had children early, so you were getting like the tax benefit.
No, say it.
No.
Pocket, no.
Hey. I had a little part-time job at McDonald's, bringing in like $200 a week.
Oh Lord,
like, geez, like, what money do you want to borrow? Like, there is no money.
We did not borrow any money. What are we arguing about?
I had to scrub and save.
We know that. We know.
So yeah, so there's layers to this.
Oh Lord.
Again, I am the loan shark.
Oh Lord.
I'm just gonna hold my position and hold it well.
But then you also had money to loan.
No.
I was
She
broke.
has children. I have children.
I had stuff.
Look.
I'm not gonna say there's been. I think there was one time that I had asked you to borrow $100, and after I got off the phone to you, I was like, "Oh God, why did I do that?"
Listen,
That's what I said to myself. Like, how did I do that? But I know, because again, not that she would have an issue, not that you would have an issue with it, but I do know that you are a miser.
hold on. There's also more to this. Remember, we've been friends for many years, right? I used to lend somebody $1 and $2 every time we go to Sheridan Mall. and my money was never
I'm not
returned.
involved in this
Oh
one.
my
So
God.
it's like from a young age, like I don't
remember this, 'cause
Of
I know
course,
she ain't
yeah,
talking about
you
Tani.
would remember this.
She
You
must
were
be
the one
talking about
borrowing
those
the
other
$1
minor
and $2.
children.
You remember when you're the person who only
don't
has
remember
$5.
This
and you're
is
letting
Toronto
out
Sister
one
Talk.
and
This
two.
is our phone conversation that we
Lord,
have. So
she's digging up the memories.
this is
Listen,
what makes
scarred me.
our friendship.
Scarred
This
me.
is what makes our friendship.
$1 and $2. God.
I was broke. I have to go.
Oh God.
She has to
Okay.
go shortly.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I
We have
have
to do
one
part
question,
two.
one more question before you guys go. What ways do you think friendships can what's what I'm looking for? Can evolve into family? Because there's a difference between friends.
There has to be a history.
A
Like I
history.
can't know you for like 2 months, 3 months. Oh,
And
you're my best friend.
No.
I need somebody that's seen me through the struggles, the highs, the lows, to know what type of person you are.
Okay.
So for me, it's the history.
What about you?
Let's do you first.
Again, I'm the social butterfly, so I like to give people chances. I'm more easily to let people in until I let you in until you cross me. I'm like that. So I don't know. I don't think there's much I can really like say to let you in. I give you chances until you screw me.
But the question was, when does friendship become family? So when
It
does
takes
that happen
time.
for you?
It takes time. It literally takes time, and I have a friend that I consider her. I have friends actually that I still consider them family because we've been friends for years, but we're not like that anymore. We don't talk as we should, right? But again, like I had to see how you are. I literally had to see how you are. I had to sit and have a phone conversation with you. If I can have a phone conversation with you, and you're not telling me about your friend Ginny or Jenny and all that, what happened in Ginny and Jenny's life, then I could be like, okay, maybe I can rock with you. And then to be honest with you, to test to see if you're really my friend, I can really mess with you. I have probably about 4 friends that I will, not friends, families that I will bring you around. And if they don't vibe with you,
I don't think that's
This
a
is
good
just like what I
indicator.
said before.
That's
You can't
not a
let
good
other
indicator.
people decide
no, but I'm
what-
saying
because everyone's
no.
personality
No,
is
because
different.
okay, to be honest with you, okay, my friends that I have or my family that I have, because I don't consider you guys my friends, I consider you guys like my family. Every person I have in my life, I've had in my life for the last 10 years. I don't add anybody new. So before you come into the circle, right? I gotta fill you out. My friends, I'm gotta fill you out. I don't want you to come into the circle. And maybe I'm different because if my friends don't vibe
Are
with
they
you,
there for your friends or are they there for you?
again, if we're all in if we're all in the same circle, hanging out the same
because
social
they
group,
don't grow up together. They have different
I know, but
personalities.
I'm not gonna bring. I can't bring somebody in our circle. You tried that one time. I don't know where you brought that one from, but that one had to go back. We won't. Yeah,
we
you
won't
think
say
about
names,
that
but
one.
tell me after.
We
Because
will
I'm like,
think about that
who did
one.
I bring in?
Right? And I realized when that person came into the circle and had all whatever she had to say
that
about
has nothing to do with you. That's your friend.
that's her friend.
Has nothing to do with
But
me.
what I am saying, what I mean by you becoming family, how do I let you in? I usually introduce new people who are in my friendship, like associate that potentially can be close friends. I usually introduce you guys to them, or I introduce them to my other 2 sisters, right? You guys will meet those 2 ladies another time, right? And with even those 2 ladies, I think you guys get along great with.
But that wouldn't matter to me.
Yeah, but then I don't want my circle to be unbalanced.
But it wouldn't be unbalanced. It's not like you have a friend, I'm going to be rude to that person, but we're not going to have the same connection.
I am.
My friends are vastly different.
Exactly.
I would say, and correct me if I'm wrong in this, but out of the 3 of
Very
us,
diverse.
I probably have the most diverse group of friends. So
I know.
a lot of the times, I could never say that this person can't be my friend if she doesn't vibe with you guys because
yeah, but not friend. I'm talking about like taking that friend from a friend to family.
But I can also feel like they are like family to me. But just knowing that the person, like I can't bring them together. I tried that before. It did not go well. So
Hence
I'm not talking about. No, I don't know who you're
Hence
talking
why
about in
I
that
said
situation. But I'm saying
you try to bring them close into the circle.
I'm just saying. I remember a birthday dinner that was really
exactly.
awkward. And
I know, chick.
Oh Lord.
Anyways.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I can say I am the overprotective friend. I'm very jealous of new outside people coming into
Oh yeah,
the
I
circle.
can see that with you.
I am not. I gotta feel you.
Which is weird because you
I'm
are the social butterfly.
I am the social butterfly, but I gotta feel them out. And if I see like, who are you, girl? Bye. We don't know. I don't know you.
You know,
I'm like that, but then I can. Okay, no, I'm not like that. I can be nice when I first meet. Usually, when you guys introduce me to new people, I can be nice until I see some shadiness, and it's like, Hence the one that you brought from middle school. Ugh. I said what I said.
I disagree with that. So
you don't think I can be nice when I first?
No,
meet?
I disagree with your view on things that all your friends should get along. If you're gonna be considered family,
not get along.
But if you're gonna be considered family, you need to get along with.
So Ruth,
us.
I'm just okay. I think what you're saying is because you're so protective of us, you need to know that whoever we're bringing in the group, you feel like they have our best intention. And sometimes if people come in, like if they make certain jokes, even or like if you feel something off with their spirit, even if it's not necessarily there,
with them.
Even if it's not necessarily there, but if you feel that something is off, you're gonna tell us like something is off with this person. This is not a friend. This person shouldn't be a friend to you, like a friend in your life. So I think it's more so that because
I'm like that. I think even with hence that one, we just won't call her name.
It sounds like you want to call her.
No, don't call no names. Don't call no names.
Don't call no name.
Okay.
I would say that for me, not just with these two ladies, with any one of my friends, I'm very overprotective.
Did you find that person to be a bad friend? Whoever she's,
I'm not quite sure who she's thinking about.
Okay,
but I remember that there was a situation where.
But my view is that this person isn't like you're not that familiar with them. They would be spending more time with her.
Name?
Oh, for her.
Was that not a good friend?
So then, who's the person for me?
Oh, for me.
Who's?
I don't remember her name. You have so much multicultural friends, girl.
What does that have to do with anything? First of all, you haven't met any of my non-black friends because it's like I gotta like tell that. Okay, you know what? Anyways, but okay, I'll give you a situation though. There was a time when one of my friends made a joke to me. She was like, well, if you're going to have a child with someone, you need to make sure that like their finances are together because you don't want your child to not have milk. Oh dear goodness. So I say this
not have milk.
Like, okay, like you don't want it to be that like financially the child is not as taken care of.
Yes.
So now I told this to Ruth Ann, again as a joke because I thought it was hilarious. Ruth Ann was not laughing at. She was like, "Get rid of that friend. If any child you have will always have milk. I will be here. They will get milk." I'm like, "Oh my gosh, she said it was just a joke." No, don't joke like that. I'm like, oh my goodness. So that was like
very sensitive.
Like, okay, she wanted the baby, and then you're gonna make a joke about the child not having milk. Girl, bye.
That's a little judgmental.
But girl, bye.
No, but I think that it was coming from a good and jokey place.
Question.
It was just
that's what I'm saying. She doesn't know that person's personality.
Question: was this person black?
Yes.
Okay.
Stop this. We'll get into this in the next talk. We'll be talking about
relationships and dating.
In this terrible city
I have
to
zero
date
input
in.
on that.
Oh please. She's dated.
We'll take it
dated.
from, you know what? For Tani, we'll take it from like 10 years ago. Like I guess like
I ain't
20s?
dating.
You have 3 kids.
I was in a relationship. I wasn't dating.
What did you have to date in order to?
You didn't have to date.
Oh my gosh, she's like no, like
how long is dating?
Dating is
So-
however long you want to.
so then
Courting.
I wasn't dating. Okay.
Courting.
I'm
Courting.
not into dating.
Okay.
I date.
I date.
I date.
Well, I'm not dating right now. I have a young child.
I'm
but
trying to
eventually.
date.
Good luck.
I am trying
So that
to
will
date.
be on our next episode.
So,
Yes,
our
please comment.
comment.
Yes.
Tell us what you guys think. This is usually subscribe, like. Yes. We want
And
to.
please, no hate.
Don't hate if you want to hate. I
You don't
don't
want
care.
that
right
energy.
back.
You don't want that energy. This is
I
good
got that
vibes.
energy.
Good
But
vibes.
good vibes.
We
and
accept constructive criticism. No hate. Thank
no
you.
hate. But love you guys. And next time, see you guys on Toronto Sister Talk. Our next podcast will be one ladies because this one's always late. So
Oh my god.
Let's not tell them for now.
Do you guys,
we'll
do you guys
keep
see me? Do you guys see me? Thank you. I'm here. Thank
she's
you.
here. She's here.
All right.